Struggling against cover 3 sky press defense? Use these passing concepts to go ahead and move the ball and get your opponent out of that defense. Coming up next. Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTube that actually gives you full games of all the tips and schemes I post on my channel. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright, so guys, if you are new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, that notification icon so you can get up my daily uploads. Well, I recently had a subscriber, a gentleman actually comment on one of my plays. Basically, he's like, how do you beat cover 3 sky press? I really struggle with it. So I went in the lab. I don't seem to necessarily have a lot of problems with this cover 3 sky press per se, but I think that it's just because I have a lot of concepts or play breakdowns where I can expose the different weaknesses. But let's go ahead and talk about concepts that can beat this defense if you ran into it and you're struggling against it, because it can be a very effective defense. You got 8 guys in the box. The guy who uses his middle, his free safety or middle linebacker. It could stop the run and it forces you to pass, and then he's going to be put in a situation where he feels very confident about it. So cover 3 sky is going to be the basic set. Now I want to go ahead and show you basically a couple of stock plays that are very common in books. You don't have to go ahead and utilize them to go ahead and show you ways to go and beat it. Now the first thing that I thought about is verticals, and you'll actually see, if you watch my gameplay, you'll see me beating some guy using cover 3 sky on a fourth and long situation, because the guy actually was just going into it. Now the most important thing you need to understand on a cover 3 sky is a lot of times what happens is the defenders that are actually in the outside zones are in seam flats. They're going to press and then actually go ahead and try to go ahead and take out an outside guy. So my read really is going to be the Aguilar. I'm just going to watch the press, and then I'm going to go and get rid of the ball and just do a high percentage possession catch like that. And I could pretty much go to this as much as I want against my opponent with the cover, because this is going to be an area. As soon as he actually gets past the press, the defender, which is Barry Church, is a very good defender, is actually going to go ahead and go to the next zone area that he's supposed to go ahead and defend. So I can get 15-20 yards on a simple play, which is going to be 4 verticals, pretty deliberately with this particular play. So watch, I'm just going to do possession catch. I can rack it, but I would rather go ahead, if it's a situation where I need to get the first down, I need to have that guaranteed thing, I'm going to just go ahead and kick it. So let's just see if we can go and do, that was an aggressive catch right there. I'll try to go ahead and do one more time with a rack. And let's rack it. You see, that's why you want to do possession catch. Just take the easy yards. 15 yards, 20 yards guaranteed is going to be probably the best thing to do with this particular play of the defense that you're running into. So just take the possession catch. I'll take 15 yards for a first down. Now notice another thing too with 4 verticals. You know, very common play. You got 3 routes to actually doing a vertical, so it's going to preoccupy all the defenders. I've also got an underneath route by the running back. No one's really out there to go ahead and defend him, so I can pretty much pick up some pretty easy garbage yards underneath. So that's what's really cool about this 4 verticals play. And if you got the one that has the set automated running back type situation, that's going to open things up for you. Now if you wanted to, you can go ahead and do 4 verticals and actually go ahead and take your wide receiver and put him on a drag route. That's kind of more of a guaranteed route, and you just wait for the defenders to get pulled out of the area. You can go and hit that. So there's a lot of 4 verticals where the backside wide receiver is actually in some kind of a drag route, but really you just get the high-low, and if he tries to defend the seam, you've got the running back route that's going to go underneath it. So one of the most common plays used in previous Madden pass is actually a good play to go ahead and just destroy cover 3 sky. So let's take a look at another play that we can use, which is going to be kind of another stock play, which is going to be stick. I love this play, and this is actually good because it's going to attack underneath, forcing your opponent to go underneath. So one of the things I do is that this has a quick out, but the way the cover 3 sky plays, the defender is going to try to go ahead and deflect a seam route. So he's actually going to go ahead and pull out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him on a quick flat
And just go ahead and look for the high-low. I can pop that really quick. A lot of times the defenders are actually going to pull out of the way, but it looks like Miles Jack gets into that area. But if you wait, the defender floats up, and now you can actually hit the sidelines and pick up 5 or 6 yards. So that's a good. This is a good play to go and jump into, maybe in a second down situation, first down situation, if he's running, at least spamming this particular play, and then you can go ahead and tack him underneath. And when you start chipping away at someone's defense, where he's actually going ahead and you're getting 5 yards a shot or so, it's going to be very frustrating to him too. Now here's another thing I want to show you about stick, which makes this a very unique play and a good play to go and use against your opponent. Take a look at Jeffrey's route of the backside. This is the route that if the defender actually falls down, you can actually go and hit that for some pretty big yards. So if you pop somebody with stick a couple times, then you can come back to this backside route, which is going to be Jeffrey's, to go and hit him for some very big yards. So right there, the defender falls down, and right here we just missed the passing lane, but you can see that is an opportunity where you can actually go and hit your opponent with that route. So just go ahead, take a look at this again. And we're just going to go and check it down. I was waiting for Jeffrey's route on the backside, but you can see that's if he's playing underneath coverage or if he's actually focusing on that underneath coverage, it's going to be an area of the field that you can go ahead and attack. So let's see if this guy actually defends. He does, and right there, Mal Jacks make a play, but I'm actually trying to go ahead and force that. So if he's using, those are good type of things. Now another concept that you can use against your opponent, and this is a concept that is you can pretty much do it with confidence. Now, wherever the safety is, that's not the side that you actually want to go and attack your opponent. What you want to do is you want to go and streak up your receiver, and then you can do a hot routed quick out against the cover 3 shell. Now, the reason we have a receiver, we've got 2 receivers on the left-hand side against the linebacker. He's going to preoccupy that routes. He's going to have to go down and press that route. Leaving the quick out is an area that you can go ahead and attack against your opponent. So let's just go ahead and do this out of verticals real quick. We're going to jump into 4 verticals. And I went ahead and hot routed a quick outs. And we're just going to motion our other guy around here because he needs to preoccupy that defender, because what he's going to do is he's going to press, and he's not going to be able to get out to the quick out route. And then I've got the Ramsey playing the over top shell. So let's just go and take a look at this in instant replay. I need this guy preoccupied. Now, when you have multiple defenders in the area on this side, where you've got the safety, you've also got the linebacker. These guys are actually, the way their zones are set up on the safety side. They're gonna play the routes correctly with a quick out with a quick out route. So when I take this guy, you can see he's actually preoccupied by the defender, and then he trades him off to the other one. By that time, I've already got a break. He's completely out of position, and I can go ahead and just rifle the ball to the sidelines and get an easy completion for 10 yards. So that's a concept that you can look at if you want to go and attack your opponent. Now, another thing we can do too is we can use the circle route and then a flat route to actually go and attack that. Now what's going to happen is the defender is actually going to go ahead and pull and chase the circle route, leaving the flat wide open. So that's another concept that you can hit. So let's just go ahead and see this once again. I'm going to show this in instant replay and how I can throw that pretty confidently against like a sky defense on the backhand side. So let's take a look at this in instant replay. These defenders just get dumb against this particular route, this concept. If you got a flat and then you got a circle route, what's going to happen is that guy is he's going to come out to the flat, and then all of a sudden he's going to start concentrating on this guy in the seam, and he's going to follow him up. And by that time, the ball is already out of my hand, and I'm catching it in stride, and I'm picking him a good 10 yards. So getting 5 to 10 yards on a running back completion against someone that's been spamming cover 3 sky, that's going to be gravy. You're going to take that all day. So another thing you do is this, you want to go ahead and complement. You can keep attacking your opponent with four verticals, but what I like to do is while I'm using this particular play is I will go ahead and take my backside receiver. I'm going to put him in a slant, and the seam will get wide open if you've got a slant to actually go ahead and preoccupy the defender. So you could take a shot over the middle of the field in an area that he's probably not going to be used to defending, just by using a slant on the backside. See how the guy pulls down, and we just do a nice little possession catch. I'm picking up 25 yards. So these are really this is easy concepts to go ahead and attack your opponent, set him up. You're going to go ahead and basically go ahead and beat him if he stays in a cover 3 sky press defense. So if he's not changing up his defense, he's staying in this type of defense, it's very easy to go ahead and get first downs against it if you know what are the weaknesses of this particular zone. I say the basis of it is going to start with 4 verticals, and then you can go ahead and use stick, and then basically attack the sidelines with a circle flat type route. So guys, if you like these type of tips, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also the like button. And once again, thank you for my subscribers, your support, your questions, and your feedback. I really appreciate it. Until next time.